Within Kingdom Hearts Dark Road's finale, we are given these minor details about the prophesized Chosen One. Let's compile every time we've heard of similar concepts within the series, at least just a little bit, and discuss why, despite his vices, Xehanort, I believe, will indeed be the Chosen One talked about in Kingdom Hearts Dark Road. So in Kingdom Hearts 1, it's prophesied that the Keyblade wielder will be a destroyer or savior of the worlds. We get our first telling of this when Sora meets the Final Fantasy characters in Traverse Town. Remember when Yuffie told Sora the Keyblade wielder doesn't get to choose the Keyblade, it chooses them. Then in Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix, one of the secret endings features the words of Apprentice Xehanort, where he rambles on about the power of the Keyblade and how legend says that this wielder will either save the world or bring chaos. Second to last is that in Kingdom Hearts Key, the Master of Masters says his Keyblade will be given to the one who will open Kingdom Hearts. This will mark the return of the Foretellers, and Luxu was instructed to assist him in this task, watching over the no-name Keyblade or Gazing Eye. And finally, in Dark Road, Luxu at the end of the base story says that Baldur's failure means that he is not the Chosen One, or the Chosen One has not appeared yet. I've seen people say what he says next invalidates Xehanort as the Chosen One, but I don't think that that's the case. He says that Xehanort could be useful, but remember Luxu also said in the scene with Baldur that he was ready for another vessel, but Baldur draws too much attention to himself, thus making him a terrible one. It's possible that Luxu's next move was to take Xehanort until a certain shift occurs in his characterization, a shift to the darkness. With the validity of this idea over the former, it's possible Xehanort's shift marked a change of heart, as Xehanort would also be chosen to bear the no-name / Gazing Eye. As the Master of Masters said, his Keyblade would be given to the one who will open Kingdom Hearts, the Chosen One, which is what Luxu says Baldur potentially was. Remember, Luxu will know Sora's fate in Kingdom Hearts 3. If he's seen that far ahead and is waiting on Sora as the Chosen One, then these concepts don't make sense. He wouldn't be looking for a Chosen One, as he would already know the when, where, and pretty much the when and where of when the Chosen One will appear. Unless Luxu has time-based abilities we are not being told of, perhaps it could be his plan to survive the war and carry his piece of Xehanort, which allows him to see beyond Xehanort's vision of the future, in which he said in Dream Drop Distance that he only knows up to that point in the story. But young Xehanort also knows Xehanort's future. See what I'm getting at? By these metrics, Sora can't be the Chosen One, or at least, from what I've said thus far, not the one Luxu is looking for. But in the secret movie, Xehanort's caretaker, who we know to be player character now, tells us bits and pieces of the prophecy. They'll be on screen now, so I don't have to break them down in totality. But the one I do want to focus on is the bit about connections, anger, fear, and hatred, and the poisoning of the heart by others. This has effectively happened to Xehanort in the story. This is what we see when he's smiling as he kills Baldur, instead of extracting the darkness as he was instructed to by Master Odin. Even the connecting his heart to others become Xehanort may do this as a perversion by sharing his heart and corrupting others. But Sora has yet to show this ability in 20 years. Even the ones you can arguably say are kind of similar abilities, they are not exclusive to just him. So moving on from that previous point, I also wanted to talk about the first world we are apparently shown within Kingdom Hearts 4. So, if I could explain the way the Disney worlds impact the overall narrative of Kingdom Hearts 3, I would say the story begins with Sora going to the world of Hercules, or rather Olympus, to ask him about their time together in Kingdom Hearts 2, where he was down but regained his strength to save Meg. In short, Xehanort tells Sora he fought with all his heart to save Kairi. It wasn't something that he could explain, setting up the adventure for Sora to witness 7 acts of love within the 7 Disney worlds. And by the end, he... Wait, stop. So when I said Kairi, I meant to actually say that it was Hercules who told Sora that he pretty much gave everything to save Meg. So let me start over back where we were. Setting up the adventure for Sora to witness 7 acts of love within the 7 Disney worlds. And by the end, he will resolve to commit an act of love himself and save Kairi, ending his life as he falls into the realm of unreality. Well, within Kingdom Hearts 4's trailer, we saw a glimpse of Endor, or rather the Endor moon that comes from the ending of the final part of the original trilogy of the Star Wars trilogy. Meaning we will most likely be fighting with the rebels against the Empire. Sora himself, as always, will most likely be there to help Luke save Anakin from the dark side to fulfill his destiny of balancing the Force. But what a lot of people miss is that what the prequels and expanded universe was trying to tell us is that Anakin had his fate twisted by his own hands. See, in episode 13 to 15 of the Clone Wars, Anakin meets these beings. I forgot the season. I should have put the season on the, I forgot to put the fucking season in the script. My bad, guys. But, see, in episode 13 to 15 of the Clone Wars, Anakin meets these, I think it's season 3. Anakin meets these beings called the Ones, where he is confirmed to be the Chosen One. But he refuses his destiny to return to his life alongside Padme and his friends, setting in motion the chain of events that occur in Revenge of the Sith, and thus the events that will take place in the story of Kingdom Hearts 4, since he will be on Endor. Thus, I conclude that Sora's journey in Kingdom Hearts 4 will be one of seeing many Chosen One-like characters, starting with Yozora himself, who is supposed to be Noctis, the Chosen in his own right. But the importance of Star Wars here seems to be for the same reason Sora witnessed 7 acts of love in Kingdom Hearts 3. The heart resides within the soul, and in turn is guided by fate to its rightful place. This is what we are told in the Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer. Thus, much like Sora, Xehanort's death may not be the actual end, which Tetsuya Nomura himself stated in an interview. It's possible that Xehanort as well will return to the world in Kingdom Hearts potentially sometime soon. This statement was also followed with that image of young Xehanort, which people speculate he is in unreality within this image. And I've always said that if this should so be the case, then this may be when we'll finally get to see Prime Xehanort, the one that Yen Sid always talks about, the one that shows a lot of promise and seems to be the strongest Keyblade wielder of all time. So, let's move on. Sora, since the series' beginning, has been described as a false Keyblade wielder. Riku calling him just a delivery boy in Kingdom Hearts 1. In Kingdom Hearts 2, the nobodies mock him throughout the story. Xehanort called him a dull, ordinary boy in Dream Drop Distance. In Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance as well, the whole moment between Sora, Luxu, and Xemnas, where Sora himself accepts that he is not chosen by the Keyblade, but he is okay with being just a small part of those who were. So forgive me if I refuse to believe he will now be labeled the Chosen One, a concept introduced in the story of Dark Road, the story of Xehanort. But let's go back to what was said in Kingdom Hearts 1. Sora was called a delivery boy by Riku, and it was confirmed in Dark Road the Master of Masters can indeed take Keyblades from lesser wielders, or wielders that aren't at the status of his own. And Xehanort bequeathed his legendary weapon to Sora, a Keyblade wielder that was never chosen by the Keyblade. I think Sora will once again be that delivery boy that we saw him to be in Kingdom Hearts 1. Well, since destiny is never left to chance, it's possible Sora's role in the story is to bring Xehanort's remnants to his destiny to stop the Master of Masters. But it's also made of Xehanort's. My bad. The X-Blade may be made of the No Name or Gazing Eye, but it's also made of Xehanort's essence. So surely he has some claim, some hold over its power. Sora's place of seeming to be the chosen one may be in the same vein of the narrative surrounding the use of the Keyblade. This life, these accomplishments may be from Xehanort's resolve to follow the darkness, just like Anakin in Star Wars. You see what I'm getting at? I think we even see this in the opening of Kingdom Hearts 3, which shows Sora holding Xehanort's chess piece. Is it possible that by carrying the X-Blade, he may also be carrying Xehanort to his destiny? Remember when they closed Kingdom Hearts, that moment where it appeared Sora saw something in the light? Could that have been Xehanort joining his heart, joining his being, waiting for the day he fulfills his destiny alongside Sora, perhaps in a battle like Sora and Riku versus Xemnas? So when Sora will finally get the opportunity to fight the Master of Masters, it's a potential possibility that instead of Riku, Mickey, or anyone else being alongside him, that person will actually be replaced with Master Xehanort, who, for better or worse, may have a moment kind of similar to Ericus, in which the Keyblade is made up of his essence. I'm of the belief that the Master of Masters is searching for specifically the X-Blade that Xehanort gave to Sora, and this is why we see him within Unreality instead of going further on with his plans within reality as of the time he's returned to the world, if that makes sense. As of the time he's come back into contact with presumably Lushu. Because it doesn't make sense to me why he would just go to Unreality as the first thing apparently that he's doing. Remember, Sora has been asleep for 4 days. Now there is a time disparity that we haven't had fully worked out yet, to where in reality it's been a year, but for Sora apparently 4 days have passed. So again, there's a time disparity there that for some reason, it isn't lining up right now, but apparently we're going to have to wait until Kingdom Hearts 4 releases, as nothing is being released to kind of start to fill the gaps between Kingdom Hearts 4 and Kingdom Hearts 3. Besides, of course, Melody of Memories. Besides that game, nothing else is being released to fill in those gaps to give us an understanding of how a year could pass between Kingdom Hearts 3 and Memories of Melody. However, it's stated that for Sora, it seems 4 days have passed. So my thing is simply this. When it comes to this idea, this concept of the Chosen One, when this first was stated about 2 years ago, everyone jumped in pretty much unison to say that it would be Sora. And initially I had those same thoughts until I realized that perhaps the story, this is one of those times when the story is just being straight up forward with us. And yes, Xehanort will be the hero of this story. And he is indeed this character that's labeled the Chosen. Because the prophecy, the legend of the Keyblade that we see or that we hear of throughout the story says that the Keyblade wielder, even if it means the X-Blade wielder, will be the one to either bring prosperity or destruction to the world. Xehanort was on a path of bringing destruction upon the world. But in this likeness, it seems that if he should so have joined with Sora, or perhaps is traveling with Sora through his essence being within the Keyblade, it's possible that he may still fulfill the other side of it, which is protecting and saving the world from destruction. So you can kind of see what I'm getting at here. It's possible, and this is the importance of Star Wars and what I told you guys about Anakin Skywalker pretty much setting himself up for his own failure through his own actions. Remember, destiny is never left to chance, and thus this would mean that if Xehanort is being prescribed to be the chosen one by a player character in this new life, then it's a potential possibility that Xehanort created his own path to failure, but however, the destiny that he is meant to be, that he's meant to take, is potentially a destiny of saving the world. And Sora, who I said would be a delivery boy, is pretty much playing the same role that he played in Kingdom Hearts 1. Xehanort handing Sora the X-Blade pretty much ensures that at some point within the future, Sora, who's the main character, will go up against whatever will be the final threat within the series, and Xehanort will be there as well, and potentially it may take something like Xehanort giving up this kind of second life to save the world. That's what I'm saying here. I'm not saying that Sora being the main character is somehow going to get cheated. I think that whatever that entails from the Legend of the Keyblade, which seems to be coming up now, as remember, Xemnas said the ancient Keyblade secrets within the 4 characters he was talking to. So it seems like we're getting closer to the Keyblade's truth being revealed to us. And I think Xehanort is going to be the one that not only has that information given to the new characters, but also by the end of the series, he may be the one to take out the Master of Masters, if that makes sense. So let me know what you guys think about this. I know it's been a long time coming. I had a few fuck-ups. I got to get back into the swing of it, but I got to go forward with these recordings because, I mean, I'm pretty sure Kingdom Hearts 4 is about to start getting talked about soon. So I don't want to be sitting here doing like a million recordings. Every time I fuck up, I got to do it again. And then I also got to go through the work of editing the video, because since it's been so long, now I have to go back and find all of the information that has to be tied to this video to even put it in the video. So thank you guys for enjoying this video. I'm sorry that you guys had to wait so long for me. Don't forget to do a little A-class gaming, and everything you do, don't forget to keep it A-class, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace the heck out.